Welcome to Tuesday, November 10th, 2020. And EllRay Jakes by Susan Warner. Today we begin chapter 8, The Name You Get. I wonder if it will talk about EllRay. EllRay. Are you still mad at me, Elway? Alfie asks that night at home, a doll in each of her hands. Elway. Sometimes little kids have a hard time saying the R sound, Ray. I am supposed to be keeping her company while she picks up her room, but at the same time I am sitting on her rug playing Die Creature Die again. I am still trying to top my personal best, which is not very good. I have no idea what that game is, but I see he is on a device. Only a little mad, I tell her after pressing pause, and I lean back against her bed. Mostly, I am mad at me. You didn't mean to do anything wrong, Alfie. You were just trying to help, and you were just 4. But why are you mad at you? She asked, sinking down next to me. Because I should have made sure you fed him the right way, I say. Yeah, she says, nodding, and relief spreads across her round face like syrup on a pancake. That is a simile. When you compare two things, her smile is like syrup on a pancake. Picture it. Thinking spots for a moment, please. Ooh, syrup on a pancake at the Cracker Barrel with that melty butter. Oh, anyhow, the syrup just gets like spreads. So Alfie is saying her smile spreads on her face. Can you have a seat, please? Thank you. Why don't you face forward? It was your fault Swimmy died. You messed up, huh? Yeah, I say, I messed up. Wow, he's taking all the blame. But I'm the one who got in trouble at daycare today, she said, staring at one of her dolls as she combs its bright yellow hair with her fingers. I heard, I say. Mom told me that Alfie got sent home with a note, which is the bad thing at her daycare. Alfie got mad and told Suzette Moynihan that she was going to die someday and maybe be buried in the backyard in a plastic container or else flushed. Oh, well, I guess what she's doing is she's thinking about how they had the funeral for the goldfish and how hers might be the same. Will it be the same? No. People's are different and more important than goldfish. Right? I mean, goldfish are important. I'm not downplaying that. All right. Alfie didn't say whose backyard Susie might be buried in, but it didn't matter, Mom says. Susie was already yelling for the daycare teacher before Alfie even finished her sentence. Susie is sometimes Alfie's friend and sometimes her enemy, and she is always a pain, in my opinion. Not my opinion, in his opinion. She came over our house once to play, and she even tried bossing my mom around about the snack. Big mistake. Suzette, our mom is not a pushover. I guess I said something bad to Suzette, Alfie admits, twisting the doll's yellow hair. Why? I asked. I don't know, Alfie says. I was thinking about swimming, and then Suzette put torn up pieces of paper in my hair, and the kids laughed, so the words got jumping out of my mouth. And now Suzette says she gets to be the cutest one in daycare. The cutest one? You know, Alfie says, sounding like there's the funniest kid in every class, and the smartest kid, and the best jumper, and the one who is the cutest. It's just the name you get, Elway, she explains. Oh, yeah, the name you get. Kind of like with grown-ups. and what jobs they have. The teacher, the doctor, stuff like that. I used to be the cutest, Alfie tells me, ignoring what I said about grown-up jobs. But now Suzette says I'm the meanest. Aw, and she's the cutest. That sounds sad. Suzette doesn't get to decide, I tell Alfie, trying to make her feel better. Yes, she does, Alfie says, because the other kids do whatever she wants. So do you guys have friends like Suzette? Sometimes you're friends and sometimes you're enemies? Like you love hanging out with them and they're a lot of fun, and then sometimes they just like, they're not a really good friend. It's their way all the time. They don't compromise. It's hard. That's how you have to learn how to be a friend. Other kids do whatever she wants. Well, that makes Suzette the bossiest, not the cutest, I say, laughing. But don't tell her that, or you'll get sent home with another note for sure. Okay, Elfie says, I won't tell her that. I'll think it, though, and I'll always be the cutest one at home, right? She asks. And you could be the cutest one's brother. Okay, I say, getting back to my game. But later that night, when I think about what Alfie said, I think she's kind of right. Everybody is something. But it's more than that. Who you are changes depends on where you are. Like here at home, Alfie is everybody's baby girl, and Mom is the lady who loves us all, no matter what we do. And Dad is the smart, strong guy who needs peace and quiet when he gets home. He is also strict, but he loves us a lot. And I am the fun kid who likes to do stuff and who only sometimes gets in trouble. Everyone likes me at our house. I'm very popular here. But at school, Jared and Stanley don't like me, at least some of the time. And neither do Cynthia and Heather most of the time. At least I don't think they do. At school, you don't get to choose the name you get. You can't argue about it. It just is. In the 3rd grade at Oak Glen Primary School, Jared and Cynthia are usually the mean ones. Like I said before, Cynthia is also the bossy one. So she gets to be 2 things, and both of them are bad in my opinion. But at home, Jared's mom and dad probably don't think he's mean. Maybe they think he's the quiet one, or the hardest one to wake up in the morning, or something else. My point is, maybe he's a different name there. I don't know what Cynthia's parents think. I feel sorry for them, that's all. And to give you another example, Cry Rodriguez is the smartest kid in both math and spelling at school. But maybe at home she talks back to her parents or forgets to take out the trash. Probably not, but maybe. So I think what he's getting at is that we're known by something. We are known by what we do. And that's our reputation. But at home, could you pick that up, please? At home, we might be known for something else. And I wonder why there's some kids that are not nice and others that are always. At school, Fiona McNulty is the best artist, and she is also the shyest kid in 3rd grade. But maybe at home, she's the funniest person in her family, or the loudest. Can you imagine? At school, my friend Corey is the kid who is the most afraid of math, especially mental math, and stand at the board math. But at home, he's the champion swimmer who has to be fed exactly the right foods to keep him in smooth operations. Conditioning. And he's brave during those swim meets. He never cries. Some kids do, he told me once. Those are just a few examples of what I'm talking about. But what about me? When I'm at school, I've always wanted to be the funniest kid in my class. The boy the other guys want to be around. Since I can't be the strongest, which honestly would be my first choice. But now I'm starting to be known as the third grade kid who messes up. Like I said before, you don't get to choose. Once you're away from home, stuff chooses you. Oh, it sounds like EllRay's a little sad or something. Like he's having a hard time with something. Like he made mistakes and now everybody just knows him by his mistakes. Is that how you want to be known? By your mistakes? No. So if you know somebody who's made a mistake before, like I made a mistake on the school bus when I was in first grade. I don't want to be known for that though. Don't tell. I mean, I'm still not making that same mistake 100 years later. Right? So I don't want to always be known as that person. And when I think back, there was this other kid and he threw up lunch on the bus and it was all carrots, and I don't think he wants me to remember him always as being that kid who threw up carrots on the bus. Sorry, too much information. So, how do we remember our friends, especially when we're not with them? How do we want to be remembered? What do we want to be known for? Not messing up. Maybe we want to be known for being kind, being a good friend, helping others, always being willing to try something new. Oh, I feel a little bad for EllRay. He's kind of sad right now. Let's see what happens, not tomorrow, but Thursday. Have a great day. What do you want to be known for?